Thanks. It's Terry Malka with Mr. Black Presents. We have Evan here, Mr. Black himself. So we're going to get a little bit of the lowdown on what's going on this year and what Mr. Black Presents is all about. So start with the company.
Okay, so Mr. Black Presents started out as an idea. It started out as an idea a couple years ago that me and some of my friends, because we were always the kind of like the weirdos, you know, we were into makeups and writing stories and costumes and all that stuff, and we really liked haunted houses. We liked, you know, immersive environments and parties and things like that. So we decided, hey, let's put together a business that kind of encompasses all of these ideas. And it started last year with our haunted house. We said, okay, what will this area actually support? So we said, you know, let's put everything together into a haunted house environment and just see how it works. And I think I told you guys at the beginning of the year, I was like, hey, if we get 400 people to come through this haunted house, we did awesome. And we had like 1,200 people, I think, show up. And so we had people coming from Green Bay, Marquette, like Milwaukee even. Like, people were coming a long way to come to our haunt. And so we said, okay, well, this will actually work. So we sat down and we started doing Mr. Black Presents this or Mr. Black Presents that. So Mr. Black is based off of the character that I play. And my wife told me one day, she's like, instead of writing all that stuff out on everything, why don't you just call your company Mr. Black Presents? So we did. So now we're Mr. Black Presents LLC, and we do all those things, you know, haunted houses, immersive escape game environments. We do like immersive theater and different dark parties and shows like that. So like I said, that's how that kind of played out.
All right, we'll expand on that in a little bit here, but to start with, looks like you're channeling something today. What's going on with the outfits?
Oh yeah, so we just got done with our character reveal promo for our fall escape room event, and I obviously was playing Mr. Black, so I'm kind of not in the full costume. I'm not wearing the eyes and some of the other stuff, and I'm wearing my glasses, but yeah, so we were shooting our character reveal. So our character reveal basically is the different people you're going to run into when you come to our escape room event this fall.
All right, so tell me about this escape room event. A lot of people don't even know what an escape room is, so it'd be nice to know what they can expect when they get here, what kind of tasks will be expected of them.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a good point. I think in order to know what we're going to do differently with an escape room, I think you do need to know, first of all, what an escape room is. An escape room is essentially the way it sounds. The industry runs them now in the US as 45 to usually 60-minute games where you're working together as a team. You're trying to solve a series of puzzles. They could be complex mind puzzles, things that you have to really think about. Maybe you have to channel in some kind of math or things like that. My personal favorite are dexterity puzzles, we call them. So they're things that you have to find in the room or things you have to do specifically at certain times in order to make things happen in the room. So you're essentially trying to escape that environment. We grabbed that and we took that one step further. We just looked at the industry as a whole and said, you know what, that's not good enough. So we're not just trying to present you with some cool games in a room that's themed and kind of interesting. What we want to do is we want to fully immerse you in an environment. So as soon as you walk into our room, you're not just presented with some cool games and you'll get a little bit of the story as you go through. We're putting you physically into a story, and that story is playing out as you play the game. So the puzzles and the things like that, the clues and the things you're trying to find in the game are just helping you get to that next piece of the story. And we also rely really heavily on actors, which is something that the escape room environment doesn't do. So when you come in, you're interacting with our actors in this space, and they're helping you, or maybe not helping you, you know, depending on where you are in the game and what's happening at the time.
All right. So being that there's actors, you must have a lot of backstage things that need to be done. Do you have quite a bit of staff working with you?
We do have a lot of staff that works with Mr. Black Presents, and I know, Terry, that you're familiar with that because you're a member of our core team, that the planning process starts well before. We finished the haunted house last year. I took like 2 weeks in November, and then I already had ideas, and I was running with this year's Mr. Black Presents The Traveling Murder Show. I was already running with the themes for this fall. So there's a lot that happens behind the scenes with meetings and character meetings, and because we're really heavy on story too, that we spend a lot of time, okay, what is our process? What makes sense in the environment? You know, how is the story going to work? Because for us, if the story is not believable, if you're not in that room going, holy crap, am I actually here? Is this actually happening? For us, we're not doing our job. So, you know, the way that always plays out for us is just that you have to be believable. So our staff works really hard with that, and we have a really talented a group of people that work with makeups. We have Austin Kalsek. I can't give him enough credit, our technical director. I'm always like, oh, this is so cool. Okay, Austin, make it work. So, you know, he wires all of our props. He handles all of the electronics. And he really, I call it geeking. He really geeks the environment. He makes sure everything works the way it's supposed to. You know, we have a really talented group of core actors, and we also rely on volunteers at times too. So we have really cool volunteers. So it definitely makes my job a lot easier, and it makes my life a lot more enjoyable when I see a group of people that really love what they do. And I think that when you come to any Mr. Black event, you're going to see the team and the people that are in that event really in to what they do.
All right. So I'm hearing whispers about something coming up even later this fall. Something about zombies, maybe a dance, homecoming.
Yeah, okay.
What's going on there?
Yeah, so this fall we're doing, it's another project that we're going to try. It's really popular in cities, and I figured this would be something really cool to do for adults. Mr. Black Presents, we don't really, because of our themes, I mean, we're not full weirdos, but because of our themes, we don't really cater to like the 16 and under crowd. It's usually if you can't drive yourself to our event, you know, you're probably not gonna, you're not really our target audience. But this fall we're doing Zombie Homecoming. So Zombie Homecoming is a fully immersive dark party. I know it sounds kind of odd, but I don't think that there's a whole lot of people that wouldn't get an enjoyable experience out of dressing up and really going to a party and being fully immersed in it. And we're using it as a Halloween kind of thing in that general time frame because, you know, you've been to Halloween parties.
Right.
You go to the bar, you dress up, you mean you're in whatever costume you're in, but you've got Dorothy and the Tin Man, and you've got, you know, the witch and all these different characters and different people, and it's fun. And they hang some rubber bats from the ceiling and they turn the lights down, and that's generally it. Ours is a fully immersive environment, so when you walk in, it looks like the zombie apocalypse hit this place. And the things that we do a little differently, this is going to be at Norway Mountain, and they were super cool with being like, hey, do whatever you want to do. So when you walk in, it's going to look like you stepped into the zombie apocalypse. And when you walk around the bar at your average Halloween party, there's some people that aren't in costume, some people that you can tell didn't really even try. And for us, that doesn't fly. It's a lot more fun when everybody's into it. So in order to come to Zombie Homecoming, you are not asked, but required to show up in costume and makeup. And the Zombie Homecoming thing is cool because you can go to Goodwill, buy a tux or a dress, and just beat the crap out of it. And a zombie makeup, you really can't screw up. Blood, black, beat up, whatever.
Yeah.
And if for some reason you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can come, you can give us, you know, $5, $10, and our makeup staff will be there for the start of the night for an hour or so, and they'll be able to make you up. And on top of that, if you decide you don't want to come in makeup, as soon as you get to the front door, if you want to get in, you have to sit down with our makeup staff. So we're also playing a really cool game that we're writing right now called the Zombie Horde. It's going to be a fully immersive social game that's going to take place while Zombie Homecoming, while the party's actually happening, to give you just another element of meeting people and having a good time. And the people at Norway Mountain, Chris and Neil, were just like, they're doing a full menu for us with themed dishes, a full themed drink menu, so it's going to be a really good time.
All right. So if people want to find out more about these events, where can they go to?
Well, the best place to find us right now is on Facebook. So you go to facebook.com/Mr. Black Presents. You don't need any periods or anything like that. It's just a URL. And then there also are a lot of videos on our YouTube page, which is where this one will actually be. It's youtube.com/Mr. Black Presents. And our tickets are also going on sale. They're actually up for sale by the time you'll be seeing this. And those are on escapetix.com or HauntPay, HAUNTPay.com. But the best way to do it is, like I said, just go over to our Facebook page. You'll find our information there, the links for all of our videos. You'll get like the down low on everything we're doing, the behind the stage, back scene stuff, and you'll also be able to get the links to where you can find tickets.
All right, so this is people pay to come into these things, and people think, oh, it's dark, it's evil, it's scary, but you tend to do something very interesting with the money that you make in this project. What do you do with it?
Well, what we do is with especially our fall event, that's our big money event. The other small events we do are just to kind of pay our bills, to do all of the stuff we're doing, for example, the stuff we're doing now. But our fall event is always our big paying event. And what we do is, after we pay our bills, we take 20% of our total proceeds before any of our staff gets paid. We take 20% of our total proceeds and we donate those to charities. So, for example, last year we were able to donate $1,200 to UP Catholic Services adoption charity. And so that was, for us, that's a really cool thing. And this year, we're doing our event at the Bromart Theater in Iron Mountain. And so the Bromart is one of those places that really kind of took in all of us as actors or musicians at one time or another. They've always been that place that you can go. And they've always been accepting of whatever you wanted to do. Like, this is the place you come do it. So this year, the Bromart is hosting our escape room event. And we're donating, again, 20% of our total proceeds to the Bromart to try to bring back that building. Because that place is just, it's a beacon, I know, for a lot of people that are like me. And they just do so many cool things. So we, any way we can help them out, because they're helping us out in the end too.
Awesome. All right. Well, is there any other things you want to let people in on before we end today's talk?
Okay. Yeah, I think the last thing is just a couple plugs. I mean, definitely, I can't stress enough, get in tune with our Facebook page. And again, that's facebook.com/Mr. Black Presents. That's kind of the heart of everything. And, we do this. Making money is good. And I tell this to our core staff all the time. Making money is good. If you're not making money, you don't have a business. And this is a business. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to do something really fun and really exciting for our area. And these are a lot of things that our area just doesn't see. So we really are dedicated to our customers. And we're super dedicated to, we call them our audience members, the people that come and want to experience what we do. And we're just trying to create that name that when people see Mr. Black Presents, they're like, I don't even know what this event's about, but I know every time I go to something they do, it's awesome. So that's really what we want to create. So when people hear the name Mr. Black Presents, they associate it with cool things. And we are weirdos,
Aren't we all?
but exactly. So we're really trying to invest in people. We really want to put people in a difficult, scary, kind of weird environment, but then because of that, they rise above it, and you find out things about yourself that you didn't even know that you could do or were possible. And you end up finding friends, and for us, family in that, So it all comes down to it. If you guys aren't coming and you're not buying the tickets, we can't keep doing the things we're doing. So, that's just a big thing, because we're really trying to push something awesome for the area.
Yeah, so we really hope in the next upcoming months here in the fall, you come out to these events, challenge yourself, rise above it,
Buy tickets.
Bring your friends, and then follow up with us. Get on the Facebook page, see all the different things that we're doing.
Cool. I have nothing else. That sounds good.
All right.
All right, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.
Bye.